Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I think I'm just going through 5-star reads right now, because this is another 5-star for me, and it is the Black Brothers, and it's the first in the series, and it's Wyatt The Heartbreaker by Blue Sapphire. But before I get to talk about this book, let's have a chat. How are you doing? I got my nails done. Love them. Greatness. Love. What is going on in your life? I really hope that you are reading, at least 50 pages a day, a book a month. I try to read at least 4 books a week. Try to. At the end of the month, I want to have read at least that month's total. Last month, I think I read 34 books. So I went over the month, and I'm happy about that. And I'm trying to go under the month. My goal every month is to read a book a day, at the end of the month. But how is your reading goals? I already passed my mid-tier. Woo, woo, woo. My mid-tier. I passed my mid-tier, and I already finished my reading goal. So I am super happy about that. And then there's Prince with his cuteness over there. But let's get into this book. Okay, so like I said, this is the first of the Black Brothers series, and it just follows the love life of 7 brothers. So the first brother, I think he is the oldest, or is he the second oldest? But I think he is the oldest. But his name is Wyatt, and Wyatt is literally a heartbreaker. He is a have them and leave them kind of guy. He doesn't want to be committed to someone because no one has made him want to be committed to just them. He is the player of the group, but there is a brother who seems to be trying to beat him to that goal of being the player of the group. But yes, he's also a private, the brothers own a private investigation firm who also does, other things on the side, that have to do with, missions. So that's just his background. We have a dual perspective book, so it's just him at first, and his again is Wyatt. Then we get to Nellie. Nellie is an African American woman who has known the brothers, at least some of the brothers. Wyatt is, I think, 6 years older than her. He's 30 and she's 25. And she gets along more with his younger brothers because they grew up together, went to high school and all that kind of stuff. She has left Seattle from her mother who went to Seattle because she got married to another friend's family member, and that friend's Bean. Bean is her best friend. And then her mother married Bean's uncle. And so they all moved to Seattle to be a family. While they were in Seattle, something happens to her mother where she gets diagnosed with a disease. And Nellie is just she sacrifices her being an adult, being out in the world, experiencing things, to stay with her mother and her stepfather because she feels that that's what she needs to do. While in Seattle, she actually was dating, even though her stepfather did not like the guy she was dating. She was dating him for I think 2 years. And we realized that she is a victim of domestic violence. And she was running away back to California, mainly because she was been trying to go to California to leave Seattle, leave her mother, and experience being an adult again. But also this domestic violence incident fueled the fire of her just leaving to break ties with her ex-boyfriend, who's also rich, has connections and all that kind of stuff. So she just leaves. And this is when we have them to meet. And Wyatt doesn't really remember ever meeting her, even though he has met her since they grew up together, kind of, sort of. Always in passing, though. And she calls herself forgettable. But when he sees her, he sees greatness, beautifulness, all that kind of stuff. This is almost an insta-love story because when he sees her, instantly he knows that he wants to mess with her, lust. But then as the day continues, he wants to get to know her since all of his family knows her but him. And it was a weird experience for him. Then when he finds out that she's working at his firm, he even wants to get to know her even more because he finds her shy and funny. But once she lets loose and gets comfortable with him, he sees this beautiful being and wants that to be his. And he decides to just change over. He's like, yeah, you know what? I want her to be mine. And I know right now she's going through some things, so I'm willing to be a friend first. But when I know she's ready, I'm shooting my shot and I'm not going to miss. And that's what I love about this. This was so good. Now, let me tell you, this is more in Wyatt's point of view than Millie's, even though it is Joel's perspective. So you will get both of them. But most of the chapters are in his point of view. And I love that because you can actually see and be in his head about his feelings. That's what made me think of it not being really insta love, because he found this spark. And the spark that he's never had. So here he is just chasing lust. He's 30. He wants to settle down, but there's no one to settle down with because he hasn't found that one person. And here's this one person who also knows his family. His family loves her. And he has this instant lust, but also wants to know her, not just her body. Love that in a man. Love that. Anyways, so there is some drama in here because, again, we're also following the 7 brothers. Well, 6 brothers, since this is his book. So you get to see hints of other relationships coming in. And then you also get hints of other potential relationships that will be coming into play in the other books. But it kind of leaves you in a cliffhanger. If you're okay with not knowing how another brother's situation happened, then this is just a standalone for you. But if you want to know why his situation happened with this certain person, how it came to be, and how he hid it for so long, then, the cliffhanger will then have you read the other book, which is the next book in the series. So, yeah. I truly did like this. I give this book 5 stars. It was really good. The drama was good. Nellie seemed like a very shy, quiet-spoken woman, who you might get railroaded, but then you see her spirit and her determination, and you're just like, yes, bad bitch, get it. So yeah, I definitely liked this book. It was a great read. I read it in 2 days. Well, technically I read it in 2 days because I started it yesterday and finished it this morning, but it's still 2 days. It was just hours. because I had a headache and I just couldn't do anything. So like I was supposed to go to work, but I couldn't because of my headache. So, but yeah, finished it. I think I am going to read the other one. So the other one follows an African woman who transfers to their school, and Toby, who is the youngest brother, falls in love with her, but he knows he can't be in love with her. It's like a forbidden romance because she's supposed to be arranged marriage to another man who bought her, because like in her country, or maybe her province, the family, a marriage, I keep forgetting, I know what it's called, but basically it's the husband who pays the family to marry their daughter. I forgot what it's called, but that's basically like him paying it. If you want to read this, I think you should read it. This is a very good read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just, go ahead and get it. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.